G'day guys, if you remember who I am, I'm Jenko Flames, and here is another episode of Flames Footy Chat. I apologise for not being active last week. Thanks again Team Boy for filling in my role. With Christmas it was very busy and packed, so let's get stuck in. The game of the week in round 13, we had Sydney FC 6, Perth Glory 0. The attendance in that match was 13,322. I'll list off the goal scorers. I'll be here a while, so just stay with me. Brendan O'Neill in the 21st minute, Adrian Mirjevski in the 58th minute, Brosk in the 62nd minute, and 3 from Bobo, a penalty in the 67th minute and the 90th plus 5 minute, and a normal in general play goal on the 90th minute. Sydney FC now sit 8 points clear on top, and Perth didn't even look like they came out of the sheds at Allianz. Sydney FC looked way too strong. The other games, we had Melbourne victory 2 defeating Newcastle Jets 1. The attendance for that match, 15,534. The goal scorers were Costa Barbarouses in the 33rd minute, Barisha in the 53rd minute, and Hoffman in the 46th minute. Missed opportunities. There was a missed penalty goal from Mark Milligan in the 59th minute, which would have made it 3-1 if it went in. And that was Besar Barisha's. The goal he scored in the 53rd minute was his 5th goal of the Hyundai A-League for this year. Other game, we had Adelaide 1 losing to Brisbane Roar 2. The attendance, 9,875. The goal scorers was Fahid Ben Kafala in the 33rd minute and Massimo Macarone in the 45th minute, and the lone goal scorer for Adelaide was George Blackwood in the 69th minute. Brisbane were down to 10 men for 45 minutes as Matt Mackay was shown red in the 40th plus 5th minute, and Erzan Gulam for Adelaide United got a yellow in the opening minute for a foul, so he went 89 minutes walking on thin ice, trying not to get another yellow. On New Year's Eve, there was a game between the Mariners and Wellington. The attendance, 9,110. Each team scrape away with a draw on New Year's Eve. A determined Koludarovic drew a smart low save from Kennedy as Wellington appeared a threat at the other end. Connor Payne picked the wrong option in looking for a teammate after being put through on goal for the first opportunity of the match. Italiano next did well to prevent Payne from rounding him when the winger was slipped in behind by Asdrubal. And the last game of round 13, we had Western Sydney Wanderers home to Melbourne City. The attendance, 11,628. The 3 goal scorers were Oriol Riera in the 30th minute, Bridge in the 32nd minute, McCormack in the 25th minute, and a missed penalty from McCormack in the 38th minute. There is an injury scare for the Wanderers number 10, Alvaro Seguro, who possibly has a torn calf muscle. That was also the second win under coach Josip Gombau, and Vedran Janjetovic, in my opinion, was man of the match, saving a free kick in the dying seconds of the match to hold onto 3 points for Western Sydney. Okay, let's get in. Round 14 predictions for the top of the table clash between City FC and Newcastle Jets. I'm going Newcastle. Sydney FC, yes, they're sitting 8 points clear, and Newcastle won't want Sydney FC to get 11 points ahead. Therefore, Newcastle will want the 3 points. Both sides will want 3 points, but Sydney FC, I can't see getting it. Jets in a top of the table clash. The Friday night game, I'll be on the Gold Coast watching this match with my brother. I leave the Gold Coast on the 5th of January, which is when this match will be played. I will be wearing this jersey on the plane to Queensland, as I always do. My pick, obviously, Western Sydney. The January transfer window is open, and maybe we'll get a good signing who gels well with the club. But obviously this one could go either way. Nobody knows. But yeah, obviously bias source, Wanderers after beating the Jets. The third game at 10 o'clock, I'm pretty sure, we have Perth home to Adelaide. My pick for this, we've got Perth Glory. Perth Glory normally look very comfortable most of the time when they play at home. Adelaide, walking on thin ice. Melbourne Victory versus the Mariners. My pick, Mariners. Melbourne Victory are sitting in 3rd, and Mariners are sitting in 8th, I think. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, Mariners just don't look comfortable. This season doesn't look comfortable for them, so I'm going Melbourne Victory. And to round out round 14, we have Melbourne City home to Wellington Phoenix. My pick, Melbourne City. With Melbourne City sitting in 4th and Wellington sitting in last. City looking too strong. That, to be honest, I'll admit they were a little unlucky not to win against the Wanderers. But the Wanderers were just, they wanted to be there more. And Wellington not looking so good. Their season is more than likely over. Sitting in last, I can't see them coming back from this at all or winning. So just to quickly recap that, my round 14 predictions are Newcastle to beat Sydney FC, the Wanderers to beat Brisbane up in Brisbane, Perth to beat Adelaide, Mariners to lose to Melbourne Victory, and Melbourne City to win against Wellington. That is all from this week. I'll see you guys next week for another episode of Flames Footy Chat. Happy New Year, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you later.